Hello guys, Ken Taylor here, the Speed Doctor. This is your video analysis. I'm so glad you came to the camp today. It's definitely fun working with you guys, and you definitely look like you would like to have fun. So let's have some fun here, jumping right in. Now I gotta say, I love doing the video analysis. I've been having a little bit of weird problems and bleeps and jumps with my video, so if anything stops or gets off track, we'll just simply reset and restart where we leave off from. So I apologize for that in advance if that happens. During this video analysis, since you guys are good friends, I thought it'd be fun to kind of have you run in the video kind of side by side. And I think what I'll do first is I'll just let you run, and as I do side by side here, Caden, as this goes along, this is a split screen, so you're kind of out of screen, but then you come into the screen, and then we can also focus on you as well. But I just thought I'd let you guys kind of see yourself run. What I want to do here is I kind of want to focus on some of the obvious, the more obvious things that are easy to adjust, easy to correct, and we're not looking for you to be super perfect. Olympic sprinters are not perfect, and we can even point out some of the flaws that they have. The difference is you guys work on soccer, they work on running. What we want to do is we want to help you figure out what it feels like to run faster than you do with less effort than you use currently. So as we jump right in, I'll kind of just keep this thing kind of just rolling, and we'll just kind of have a rolling kind of video analysis here. I'm gonna try to do something fun here and kind of lock you guys in together, so that's kind of fun. You guys can like look at each other and make fun of each other. So there are some obvious things. What we want to do is we want to have thing I like to focus on with young kids who are learning how to run. Running is just a skill, and one of the things that you did with a soccer ball is you worked on your timing. And now your timing meaning you timed out when to kick the ball, because you know if you swing your leg late, you can't kick the ball well. If you swing your leg too early, you can't kick the ball well. Your timing is off. So we have a lot of minor things to work on that can make a major difference, and then we have some major things to work on that can also make a major difference. And then at the end, or on another video, I'll give you some videos to a couple of drills to work on, just a couple of them. And I'll also compare you to an elite runner and an Olympic runner side by side, which is kind of fun to do. So it's kind of fun to watch you guys run side by side here. So one of the major things that we have going on here with you guys is, well, of course, consistency with the motion. But for you, Caden, and I hope I'm getting your guys' name correct, you're at 128. So 169. So as I've been going through this and looking this over and over, looking at what to point out, what we have here, you can see how this arm is going like this. And on a previous video or subsequent videos, I'll show you what the elite runners do with their arms consistently. It's a synchronization and coordination thing. So what we're doing here is we're looking at your arm, your elbow bend of your arm, and mostly the timing with your leg coming through. And what we're going to say here is we're just a little late with this leg here. Let me see if I can point out an arrow. So this leg here, so this foot is a little flat. We should be landing right on the balls of the feet and be quick off the ground with the feet. Okay, like jumping rope, just real quick off the ground as you run. But the issue that is always overlooked, especially with soccer players, is the timing of the action of the motion. So right here you can see how your foot is on the ground and your knee is still under the hip and the foot is way behind. And in fact, it looks like you're about to do a soccer thing called kicking a ball. So the foot is planted and the knee and the thigh is in back of the let's call it the line of center of gravity, and you're going to kick the ball like right here. When we run, we want to bring that leg through earlier, not necessarily faster, but earlier within the motion, so that you're able to cycle down earlier in the next motion, if that makes sense to you. And when you're right here, as you will see with the other guys, if your knee is here or past your other knee, then your opposite arm, that'll be your left hand, will be in front of your body. Okay? And Jagger, for you, I found a point that was really good, so I'm backing up to that point. So your leg comes through pretty good. And we just now need to bring the arms through. And yes, we're being very detailed. You might think this is extremely specific, but as you guys know, inches matter. If you hit the ball just off target, then the ball doesn't rotate as fast through the air and it doesn't curve, and you hit the crossbar and it bounces off. Okay, versus it just kind of curling under the crossbar. Okay, so you can see your knees come through a little flat on the foot, but I do like how you get off the ground. And see, the hand should be right here in front. That left hand should be almost coming through to help bring that leg through as well. Now, what you have here, Jagger, is a big, let's get rid of this. What you have here is a big twisting and rotating of the body. So you can see, I'm moving you backwards now. Okay, so can you see your body moving and twisting? When you're running in a straight line, those shoulders should be straight as you run straight ahead. And so we can see the consistency. However, boy, I like how you get that knee up. Okay, there's an arm that's flying here. Okay, we want to get that to be a little bit better, but I like this. This is good. Okay, meaning when the back leg, and here's the timing, guys. When the back leg is here, let's see if I can do this. Okay, when the back leg is straight like this, okay, the other three limbs ought to be in position. If you remember in the speed ladder, that's what we talked about. When your foot hits that square, the other three limbs ought to be in position by the time your foot hits the square. That way you get off the ground earlier. Nobody's ever run fast if they're attached to the earth. So like a speedboat, skipping across the water quickly. You want to touch the water and then bounce up into the air. Less friction in the air than on the water. Same thing when you run. You want to bounce off the earth quickly and then get to the next stride. Okay, so this is pretty good. When that leg is like this knee should be up, this foot should be under, and those the two arms should already be in their position. So we're a little lax on the arm, but that's okay because you know, nobody really kind of told you how to run, and we're just working on the skill. Okay, so you can see here with what we're talking about the timing. This here down on the bottom left is an elite runner of mine, an older guy, years ago, and you can see his timing, and you can see how his leg is coming through. Okay, and Johnny's running speed and style doesn't compare to an Olympic runner. This is Carl Lewis. This is Usain Bolt before Usain Bolt was Usain Bolt. So this was the fastest man in the world. And as you watch them run, okay, it becomes very apparent how quickly they bounce off the ground. Okay, let's set Johnny in motion here. Okay, so watch how easy he runs and watch his shoulders and look how calm his face is. See how quickly he bounces right off the ground? Okay, right off the balls of the feet. Okay, let's put Carl Lewis. Actually, this one of Carl Lewis is in super slow motion, and they did that because, and a silhouette, because he's such a fast guy. So that's him right there. Okay, so now as I put this in slow motion, okay, watch him bounce off the ground. Okay, so look how quickly he gets off the ground. Now he's a guy who's about 6'4", 6'5". Okay, and look how low his backstride comes in and under his body. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when the foot tends to be low in the back, it has a good chance to come up high to the front. And for running, the opposite of kicking, that's what we want. We want that foot for top end speed to get up like you're riding a bike and cycling your feet on a bike. Your feet come up underneath your center of gravity, and then you cycle down and step down. Okay, and that's what he does. Okay, look how high he gets off the ground. Look at that. That's like 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground. I guess he should be that if he's the fastest man in the world. Okay, now you can see where their arms are. Okay, see their arm position out front here. Okay, so this is outstanding, and this is a great training tool to use. Okay, I'm going to get to 6:48. Okay, so here's what I was talking about, the timing. You see how his leg is here? Okay, so he's like that, like you guys were in those other positions, and you see how the knee is already through, and he's got legs that are longer than me and you put together. And then see where that hand is? So this is a good example of getting your body through, getting your leg through quickly. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some homework, and I will see you tomorrow, and we'll chat about this tomorrow if you have a chance to look at it today. So, great job. We'll see you tomorrow.